Should we do a top 5?
We
Sure.
shall.
Today we did top 5 non-PC wrestlers in WCW, WWE, even AEW if they have one. I couldn't think of any from AEW right now, at least.
They're
Yeah, I
pretty
think-
politically
I think
correct.
they're keeping their shit together.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a dangerous world for not being politically correct.
they
these
also
days.
still let's see here. They have that hot dentist going. Yeah, that's also true.
Britt Baker gives me a bone.
She's cute. I like her.
Don't kill my lady.
She's a good heel, too.
Ow! I think she's Adam Cole's old lady, and that pisses me off. I don't like him.
I think she is, yeah.
He makes me mad.
All right. So I'll go. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think I have a particular order.
No.
Maybe not. Nah.
Do
So
a me list this time.
So I'll say on this list, in no particular order, number 1, I have Eugene.
Yeah.
I really liked Eugene, actually. I thought
He
it was
was
a fun
great.
storyline. Obviously, it's tone deaf and it doesn't age well.
No. He's
But-
one of the best faces of all time, though.
Yeah. And I love that he did other people's moves. And I actually thought he was a great in-ring worker. It's a shame that he had that gimmick because he probably could have done something pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe
It's
a haircut
just-
and
Oh, yeah.
a beard
You-
trim, and he could have been.
You
He
shave
could've
that
been a
guy's
top
head
level
and
guy.
give him you shave his head and give him a menacing looking beard. The guy could probably be a great in-ring worker.
Yeah.
That said, I do love his crazy hair and I thought it was hilarious at the time. So shows how much of an adult I am.
And he could generate so much heat. All you had
Oh, yeah.
to do was be mean to him, and you were
Oh, yeah.
immediately a mega heel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just-
I loved Eugene.
Yeah.
I loved Eugene.
Yeah.
But
But
it's-
definitely not PC.
we have to understand what's going on, I guess.
All right. So for number 2 is non-Native American wrestler Tatanka.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually went to go before I listed him. I went to go make sure that Tatanka is not a Native American before I said that. But I've looked on Wikipedia now. He is not. He's just a guy. He's just a dude. He's just a dude from Pembroke, North Carolina. I do not think he's a Native American. At any rate, I'm going to say he's not. That said, when I was a kid, I loved Tatanka. I thought he was so cool. And his, not only did he dress like by the way, here's his other ring names: American War Eagle, Red
Oh
Blade.
boy.
Wow. He just took that cultural appropriation and ran.
I don't think he ever wrestled as a non-Native American character. But anyway,
It's funny.
yeah.
I picked one too. I didn't pick Tatanka, but I took a non-Native American using a Native American.
Oh, you
gimmick.
stole
Very good.
mine. You stole mine, didn't you, Chris?
Probably.
Okay. So my third one is tone deaf, but it also still kind of works. So Iron Sheik is from Iran and he plays like he's from Iran. It's actually it's fine. It's just he's like heel Iran, and I don't know how above board that is. What I picked with Iron Sheik was when Sergeant Slaughter defected and became an Iran sympathizer.
Yes. Oh yes.
I've recently rewatched some of those videos where Sergeant Slaughter did his promos, and they are bad.
Yeah.
Like they're good
Look
promos.
out, Manny.
Yeah.
He's
Slaughter
a
was a
good.
great promo.
Oh, he
But
cut the.
man, were those bad.
He cuts an amazing promo, but he's also that's a bad time. It was also terrible time. I mean, it was
The timing was not good because we had people there.
yeah.
I mean, we have people there now, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was the
Woo!
Gulf War. Dude.
So Hassan is also my other choice. Hand in hand.
Have they ever done a workable Middle Eastern gimmick?
No.
Ever?
Kali.
No.
Great Kali.
Yeah,
He's from India.
Yeah,
That's close enough.
but he's not like a terrorist.
What do you want?
Like
They
he's
got
not like
Muslims too. Come on.
he's not like a terrorist, you know? Like okay,
They're
so
Hindus.
You're talking like an Arab. You're
it
talking
wasn't
like
it,
Arab.
Hassan's full name was it Muhammad Hassan,
Yeah, Muhammad
I think so,
Hassan.
which is fucking
Don't look
worse.
at my face.
So bad. Okay, so the hand in hand with Sergeant Slaughter. Also, Muhammad Hassan though is also not from the Middle East.
He's from
also.
Brooklyn.
I think he's from Delaware.
He's from Delaware. He's
All right,
he's-
so
from Hawaii.
so the Nation of Domination
A whole faction.
is 100% a play on like like the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no,
Malcolm X.
I love the Nation of Domination, and I still think it's one of the best stables that's ever existed. But obviously, they knew what they were doing. Like Mark Henry, and that, like they're wearing like African colors and stuff. Like it's super
on the nose, man.
And then very on the nose. And then they feuded with. Do you remember when DX like dresses
And
up?
Triple H did blackface.
Yeah.
Didn't
they all?
X-Pac.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They all
is
did
wearing-
blackface.
Like shoe
Holy
polish
shit.
blackface.
I
X-Pac is
forgot
wearing
about that.
X-Pac
They-
is wearing like black face makeup.
Yeah, like Kiwi.
He's got the wig with like the really curly. Oh man.
He looks like Los Sambo.
Oh, I forgot
It's
about
not
that.
right.
It's
How have
bad.
how have their careers survived that so
I
far?
don't know.
Because of when
That is
it happened.
crazy.
Yeah, when it
When
happened.
it happened, it was before YouTube, and I know YouTube has happened since then, and it's on YouTube, probably. But
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It's bad. It's so bad. Okay, so Nation of Domination.
okay. Muhammad Hassan was born in Syracuse, New York. Mark Julian Copani.
Yeah.
He's not even he's
Not
an
only-
Italian.
Not only did that gimmick fail, but that poor guy didn't ever get to wrestle in WWE ever again. Like
No,
he's a
no,
high
his
school
career's
principal
over.
now.
Yeah, in at
Yeah.
Fulton Junior High School in Fulton, New York.
Yeah, he had.
I mean,
to,
I've got a career.
Yeah, he
Good
got a
for
real
him.
job where he doesn't have to go through tables.
All right, and then finally, my final one is actually MVP. MVP when he years ago when MVP was in wrestling, they
Like he's not anymore.
well he was in so now he's in wrestling, but they don't talk about this. But you remember MVP was a convicted felon, and they really played up how much he was a convicted felon, and they made it like he's like a black gangster who's like a convicted felon. And
Well, they did that with Crime Time too. You should roll
Yes,
them
they
in
did.
with them too.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Boy, that's some racist ass shit. Like,
I know Vince should be at the top of all of our lists.
Yeah.
He's the bad boy on all.
Just
Yeah,
right up here.
and I got some honorable mentions. I also got the whole Jack Swagger "We the People" thing where he's out there with Dutch, like
Yeah.
fucking doing the whole and then the JBL shit is fucking terrible.
Oh, when he was doing the Nazi thing.
Oh,
Wasn't that
man,
at a house show that he did that where he's
Oh.
goose stepping and
Oh man, oh god, just I don't know how a lot of that shit.
I think that one was more just JBL being a racist.
He's a
Oh
racist.
yeah,
Piece of
I
shit.
think he's a legit like piece of shit.
That's why him and
Yeah.
Vince get along, probably.
probably.
Yeah.
All right, so one of you go ahead. And
Go ahead, Dusty, just in case I did steal yours.
You totally did. I don't mind you taking it. You want
go
me to
ahead.
go?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to do these in any order, but I wanted to save the last one for the sake of. Oh yeah. Okay. I know exactly what. So I've got 6,
Okay.
but I'm going to roll 2 of them together. So Eugene, I've got.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. That's a no. That's a bad one. It reminds me also though, like that was kind of a thing at the time where like, what's that one with Johnny Knoxville where he crashes the Special Olympics?
the ringer.
Oh,
The
The
ringer.
Ringer, yeah. Like
And then
that
they
movie
did a
had
South
been
Park
out.
that way too.
Yeah.
When Cartman
Yeah, they
did
did the South Park.
And
Yeah,
what's
it's a
funny is
good
the
South
ringer.
Park.
The Ringer is actually not as bad as what you think, though.
Right.
If you actually
I
watch
love
that
that.
movie, it actually ends up not being like you think it's going to be a movie where he's making fun of like mentally handicapped people, but actually ends up not being that at all.
It's
it
the
actually ends up.
reverse.
It's actually kind of a sweet movie.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
just very poorly advertised, though.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
right.
South Park ended up just making Cartman look like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is
And,
great. I love that.
But he
Yeah.
has some great lines, like when they're asking him what's wrong with him, he's like, "I don't know, I'm retarded."
Yeah.
Well, I
Right.
think how am I supposed to know?
Right.
He's just the
Uh,
worst person that you ever met times 12.
Yeah.
All right.
So good. All right.
You got me saying the line in my head, and
Yeah.
it's cracking me up. So, but I think Eugene was Vince's response to that, like, "Oh, I've got permission now. Yeah, let's put some,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, The Rock did a movie with that guy. I can use him."
yeah.
No, Vince. Bad.
My next one is Mr. Fuji.
Oh,
That one's
yeah.
pretty fucking on the nose.
Wow.
Now, he's the gift that keeps on giving, though, because Mr. Fuji was actually a racist. So, so it's this
okay,
double layered.
He's actually a racist.
Love it.
So yeah, go on YouTube and look up Mr. Fuji being a racist, and it's it's hilarious.
I bet he's terrible too.
I'm gonna roll these 2 together.
Okay.
Kamala and Tony Atlas when he returned as Saba Simba. I don't know if you remember this.
Jesus
This is
Christ.
basically blackface on a black person, like a black person doing
Yeah.
blackface. Like it's unforgivable, and I don't know how. I don't know how any of these other black
You could
wrestlers are like.
I think you could roll in a third. I think you could roll Papa Shango in there.
Yeah,
Papa
Papa
Shango.
Shango, sure. Yeah,
Boogeyman. The Boogeyman
yeah, the
goes right.
boogeyman. Yeah, the right, like the swamp voodoo and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's way like, what are you doing?
Why did you
What
allow
is
that?
going on?
Who
And you
greenlit
let that
this?
on television.
Who greenlit this shit?
shit, man.
It's just big sweaty voodoo man.
So that stuff is like, holy fuck! How do you? And you can almost and this is pretty common because like remember when The Rock showed up, they made him look like a fucking he might as well have had a bunch of coconuts and a pineapple in his hand.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Man, it's bad. It's fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have that many people back there, and nobody was like, maybe we shouldn't go that route. Maybe we should just tone it down a bit. Don't
dude.
put
Yeah,
a
it's like,
lion mane
yeah,
on it.
sure, boss. I'll come out as Saba
Even
Simba,
even
a
even
bush
when
hunter.
even when the god, even when Papa Shango was not Papa Shango, he became the Godfather, who was a fucking pimp. Like,
Yeah. So what?
the whole train, fucking cornrows and his pimp outfit. Like,
I don't know why
so-
he didn't make mine. I should have thought like, oh God, everything that the Godfather ever did.
Fucking
Good stuff.
yeah, dude. It doesn't surprise me that Vince McMahon was like had a gimmick where he's like, yeah, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna be a slave and we're gonna have you carry a bag full of cotton and and you're gonna throw it like a flower girl when you come down to the ring. Like, what the fuck, Vince? What is going on?
So good.
Oh, so bad.
Man. Yeah. Jesus.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
Sweet, merciful Jesus.
So this is the one that I'm stealing from Chris. So you said Tatanka.
Uh-huh.
Mine was Chief J Strongbow.
Not mine. I knew that was who you were going. I wanted you to go first. Oh yeah.
So Chief
Mine's
J
twice.
Strongbow is like
Yeah.
an
not
Italian American.
Yeah, he is.
and walking
And
around.
isn't that now back in the day when they made like spaghetti westerns though, they did that though, right? Like usually it was like an Italian guy playing.
Not even Italian. Usually it was just some dude with shoe polish on his face.
or
Sure.
an Asian or a white guy.
Whatever.
Fuck. John Wayne
even
played
Asian.
fucking Genghis Khan.
He did.
Like, so stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh man,
Awful.
that's funny.
Yeah, Chief J Strongbow was not a Native American.
And the
No,
only
he
reason
was
why I know
not.
about Chief J was because Triple H was a fan of him when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of Triple H, so I looked into Strongbow, and he's actually a pretty good wrestler, but man, that gimmick was a fucking mistake. But
yeah,
it was the 60s, 70s, you know, like, what are you gonna do?
totally different time.
My last one is the most egregious I think I've ever the most egregious thing Vince has ever done, in my personal opinion. It's I don't know if you remember, I think it was before the Royal Rumble when this like at this particular time. Yeah, like they would do like the Royal Rumble lottery and all this shit.
Yeah.
And Ted DiBiase.
Yes,
like,
this one you did steal from me.
he had this guy named Virgil
Poor Virgil.
as his like assistant.
No, this he had a bag of money instead of a bag of cotton. But by God, he was a fucking slave.
It's so bad. I shouldn't be laughing at it because it's the word. I guess one reason why I'm laughing is because I'm so overfilled with emotion. I can either cry or I can laugh because it's so over the line.
So bad. This is the perfect segue to my list because it's on there and it was awful. Awful.
I can't even. It's so bad. It's
so bad that Ted DiBiase still feels bad about it.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He does. He does feel bad about it still.
That's good.
And
well,
if you go look at some of his old heel work, though, he is one of the greatest heels of all time.
Sure. Especially to his family.
But, like, he brought a kid out of the audience one time with the basketball, told him to dribble it 12 times or something, and it goes to 11 and he kicks the ball. I mean, just horrible shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
God, that's funny.
Virgil was on mine.
Yeah, that one's bad.
So in Imposter Land, we'll start in Imposter Land. Akeem the African Dream.
Oh.
This was one-man gang.
Oh my God, it was.
It was a rather large man from Georgia who was not African American, and he came out and spoke in jive.
Yeah.
And wore traditional African garb, not so much as a loincloth, but the like brightly colored sheets and stuff, and the little hat, and oh my God, it was wow.
What was
He
the
didn't
name
come
of
out-
him again?
Oh yeah,
Hakeem,
hold on.
the African Dream, right there. And he came out with Slick, who's got to be an honorable mention on all of our lists.
Yeah.
Slick is like a walking racial stereotype.
Slick could be
Hey.
one of his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the most
Boy.
ridiculous fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. How do I
Hakeem,
not
the
remember
African-
this?
Yeah.
Because it was early 80s.
Yeah.
Early to mid 80s.
I remember what I remember him the most is when he spoke in jive, though.
It was awful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
My
I look
whole
black on TV. Give him a.
Look at how he's like he would like move around and stuff in jive too. Like it was.
Oh my God almighty.
It's bad. Yeah. It's.
Oh, is that a doll? Is that an action figure?
Oh, here we go. Here,
Oh,
look at him
yeah.
dancing. Look at him dancing.
Ooh. Get down, Hakeem. Oh, shit.
Oh God.
No way.
Hakeem, the African Dream.
It was, and he feuded with Dusty for a while.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
God, that's funny.
And-
That's too funny.
I knew you guys were going to move the raceway, so I thought I would bring in two that really made the ladies look bad.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys feuded with each other. First up is Jerry Lawler, who is he made a 50-year career of making women look like less than. His whole
Dude, the
he should
puppies
be
thing.
president. He was so bad to women he should be president. Fuck,
He's
you
got
think this
binders
pussy
on.
grabber we got in office is fucking special? Fucking read a little bit about Jerry the pussy fucking Cannon Lawler over here.
God, man.
Yeah.
he's grabbing him with his feet.
Yeah, but he's Okay, great choice, Lawler. Love it.
His buddy,
Puppy jail.
buddy, Andy Kaufman. That whole angle where he would only wrestle women.
Yeah.
I know it was a work, and it was probably the most 70s work that anybody ever did, and he bought into it. And he apparently pissed Lawler off so much that because Lawler thought he was being legit and making fun of the business and everything else, that he wanted to kill him, and they finally had to bring him in on it. But
Right.
as far as gimmicks go, that one, some of those promos he cut when he was saying how he was just so much better than them. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that was something to see. And I wasn't even alive at the point, but I remember, especially right around the time that Jim Carrey movie came out, I went back and YouTube some of that stuff, and wow,
Yeah.
like wow.
Great choice.
And my last is another imposter, a French Canadian who pretended to be a Native American, who was also a midget.
Okay.
Oh
name
boy,
was-
here we go.
His name was Little Beaver.
Little
Oh no.
And his tag team partner, Sky Lolo.
Guy low. Hey, he was a midget too.
They wrestled in a 6-man match in WrestleMania 3. And I've
A
seen
little
WrestleMania.
person. A little person. Sorry.
There
I'm
he is.
sorry. Oh my. Oh no way! The mohawk and everything.
That's horrific.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
God, that's
He's no
WrestleMania
fucking
3.
He's
way.
as French Canadian as anybody's ever been.
Oh, my
no.
god, no!
Yeah.
He's
So there you
packing.
go,
Look,
folks.
he's got a hammer for a little guy.
Yes. He's back.
Look, it's the little person Lex Luger.
Hell,
Was he
hell,
Cupid? What the fuck is going
hell,
on?
I just thought that was Lex Luger.
landing strip on the top.
I love more than anything about this particular list that we all found a Native American imposter.
Oh,
They were all different.
All different ones. Too many. There's too many of
Too
them.
many.
That's amazing.
Too
Wow.
many. And the worst part is almost every tribe has some form of wrestling, and that would have translated just fine into the professional. I'm sorry, Zach. I didn't mean to kill you. At least you got to Google it.
I had to. I made sure that when I typed in Little Beaver, I typed in WWE afterwards because I wasn't sure what was gonna pop up.
Hey,
I was on incognito mode, so
just to be on the safe side.
Just in case
oh god,
Mickey James past pops up on your computer.
That was a fucking fun list.
Oh man, that was wonderful.
We need another fun list for next time because that was probably our best one yet.
That was my favorite one. Egregious. Best way to describe it. There we go.
You'll get canceled. They'll fire you.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm still upset about Virgil though. Virgil is by far the worst one.
Yeah, I
honestly,
I
Hakeem is up there, but Virgil was bad.
Virgil's was I googled some pictures of that too. I'm gonna say it's the worst on the list. He's like a house slave. It's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And when he's walking around and he's just holding money, like just totally like
wearing that big old bow tie. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
the way he'd send him to oh, I don't feel like wrestling tonight. You go.
He'd make him go.
You go. You go.
That's so bad. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. but
unfortunate.
But you know what? It had to happen because we got these lists. So I'll take it.
Little Beaver, man.
Little Beaver.
That was the one that cracked me up. I think that
one wins.
Well, not only the fact that because I didn't remember it, and then I look it up, and the fact as soon as you said they wrestled on WrestleMania 3, I about shit my pants. Like I was like, no.
Yeah,
it was on the show of shows.
The show of shows. That's where Hogan body slammed.
Me too, Zach. Absolutely my favorite top 5.
Andre.
Yeah. They talk about that. They don't talk about Little Beaver.
Yeah.
They don't have Little Beaver in any of the WWE Network top 5s. I'll tell you that.
No, they don't.
Boy,
no.
that's
I can't believe he had the mohawk.
God.
But also like it's racist, right? But also it's a pussy joke. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It hit all of the things.
Got a landing strip.
And he's French Canadian, so one of his ancestors taught the Indians to scalp people.
Man, that's funny.
Like that's a bingo.
Oh, he said, did you do top 5 bald guys who shave their heads too late? No, we have not, but that's actually a great list, and we could each get one. You could each get. There's enough of them.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels only recently shaved his head. That dude's rocking a skullet until he retired.
and when his ponytail would come out, especially in the later years, it looked like a kid going down the plastic slide, dude. He's just fucking.
Remember, so Shawn Michaels would tie that hair all the way back, and that little tuft of hair that's in the front would come out, and so it would be like hanging on his face and stuff, but it's like one tuft of like hair, like just flying, just frizzy and flying around.
Trump would be like, "Oh, that's some really nice hair."
Fucking shameful, Sean. Shameful.
That's some nice hair. All right. Boy, that was a great. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. I had a blast. That was a good list.
Folks. That was a good one.
That was a good list. Make sure you check us out we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio. You can listen to this show anytime. We're on Apple, like iTunes. Make sure you go. I was just to say, go give us a good rating on iTunes, on the Apple Store, or whatever it is. Ward's gonna kill me. He's gonna hate how I just did that.
Just go to the main site. It's
Go to timespentpoorly.com and check us out there. We're also on iHeartRadio. We're everywhere you can find us. We are absolutely there. Until next week, gentlemen. Boy, that was a good show. Everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the NBA. Enjoy MLB. Enjoy football. Every sport imaginable is happening right now. So enjoy it. We'll see you soon.
Bye for now.